Hey everyone, welcome to another week of a grid design every week. This week we're going to work on a diamond grid, so come on over and I'm just going to show you a simple little fun design on a diamond grid. Alright, so this is the grid we're working on. I actually have started filling in the grid lines. For this design, I think it works best if you quilt the grid lines. So I'm doing that with a ruler. I've just got a few more to go, but I thought if you aren't familiar with ruler work, I would show you. So rulers always have the 1/4 inch line, and I'm lining that up with the previous line of stitching. And I've got my ruler foot on, my Bernina 72 ruler foot, and this small ruler. With domestic machines, I find that the small rulers work best for us. So let me get over just a little. There we go. And with the diamond grid, they're not exactly 1/4 inch. I don't line this 1/4 inch line up with the previous line of stitching, because with diamonds we're at a different angle. And this is small, so I'm just going to turn it. And you just eyeball it. You want to splay your hands out well so you're holding everything. And you just run that along the edge of the ruler. And if you need to fudge it over a little bit, if your line gets off a little, you just move that ruler a hair. Just got 2 more lines here, or 3 maybe, 2, 3. Anyways, rulers are very nice. This is a much better option than using a walking foot back in the olden days. But I do have trouble using rulers on large quilts, but on small pieces they're wonderful. All right, making sure everything's lined up. All right, all of our diamond grids are stitched now. So now we're just going to fill in every other row of diamonds. And this is going to do the same sort of thing that our checkerboard. I'll go ahead and leave the ruler foot on, but normally I like that open toe foot so I can see better. Just going to fill in the diamond grids pretty closely with a closely matching thread. At that intersection, we just cross over. And like I said, this is pretty much the same concept as the checkerboard design we did a few weeks ago. But this time we actually quilted our grid lines so that we would have that sharp, distinct border. And let me point something out. A lot of times with diamond grids, you'll see people do grid this way and then that way and then this way. But you'll notice we are gridding on a horizontal line up and down each diamond. So you can either do it on the diagonal and switch every time, and that gives you sort of a diamond basket weave effect. But for this design, we're just quilting horizontal lines. And I'm sure you've already noticed it's very hard to see with this ruler foot on. Alright, we're going to skip that next line of diamond. Just travel over and move up to the next row that we want to do. I like to try to keep these horizontal lines nice and straight and pretty close together. Like an 1/8 of an inch or less. Actually, here we've got two blocks. I think this looks a little better than that, but you know, you don't want your horizontal rows of stitching completely on top of each other either. You want a little bit of space between them. So it's just something you'll have to get a feel for and figure out what you think looks nice. When I look at my quilting from 10 years ago, like even something like Pebbles, I've evolved in what I think looks nice, and same thing with grids. So everybody's just got to get a feel for what they think looks nice. Of course, I'm trying to give you ideas here, kind of guidelines for you to follow, but in the end, you're going to have your own special touch. So we'll travel over to the next row. So you want to make sure on these corners that they're rounded. You don't want them jaggedy, like a big zigzag. You want nice little rounded corners every time you switch directions. I think that looks really nice. Like we said, when you get to the point, you just cross over into the next diamond. And just like I told you with the checkerboard, it's better to use a closely matching thread, and that way you really see the negative space, that puff of those diamonds that aren't quilted. If you use a...
You just messed up.
I messed up. Oh, you're right. Thanks, Cameron. I guess we're stopping there. My son had to point out, yep, I should have gone into that diamond. So we're going to just stop there and look at what we've done. And later, when we turn the camera off, I'll take that out and finish up. But, yep, can't fix it once you make a mistake. You have to rip it out. So, my boo-boo, ignore that. Let's look at this. So here you get that idea of what those alternating diamonds look like. And I just think it looks really pretty having those lines horizontal. So